great, and he's reasonably priced. Right, good.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order at 6 o'clock. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing just for a moment. Very nearby resident of the town passed away, Mr. Neary. We'll just take a moment of silence for him. Thank you. Okay, Pam, can you do the roll call for us?
Mayor Martin.
Here.
Trustee Solano.
Here.
Trustee Ruggiero.
Here.
Trustee Machado.
Here.
Trustee Rice.
Here.
Okay, thank you, Pam. We also have the minutes in the binder. I do have a correction to be made. One thing I did notice. Okay, under fire department, under number 7, the one new member, the last name is Arrigo. It's Arrigo. That was all I noticed. Did anybody else have any corrections or anything? Okay, hearing none, I'll accept a motion to accept the minutes as sent with that one correction.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, for abstracts tonight, we have our sewer abstract is $59,948.47. General fund is $55,393.04. Trust and agency is $1,147.50. Water abstract is $19,644.97. Is there a motion to accept the abstracts as read?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I'll pass these to Deputy Forlano for his signature. Thank you. Okay, and let's see, for mayor's comments tonight. It's been a while. Our meetings are further apart in the summer. We only have one meeting a month. So I'll just give a little recap of what has transpired since we last met. We had Town of Wappinger Supervisor Joe Cavazzini come in and gave a lecture on Fishkill and our surrounding towns' role in the Revolutionary War. That was also in the celebration of the 250th anniversary of the country. So it was really interesting. Yeah, Trustee Ruggiero came as well. It was a very interesting talk. Joe is very knowledgeable about history in general, but especially history of Fishkill, Wappingers, and the Hudson Valley. So we thank him very much for coming and giving us that talk. I know I learned a lot.
And he's passionate.
Yeah.
Passionate about it.
Definitely. So it was very good. And we hope to, have him come back again. Let's see. I attended the library summer kickoff on July 1st. And Julie Spann, our library director, did a great job putting together the event. And there was well over 300 attendees. And it was a great event. So congratulations to the library for that. I also did attend an EMS meeting with Supervisor Albra, Mayor Kariakou, and Fire Chief from the City of Beacon. Working again on, we've been talking at the last few meetings, a collaborative effort to bring our overall costs down and also to bring our call time down even further. We're finding that if we join together, that the cost is coming down more for us. And we've already partnered with the town, so it looks like we will most likely be going forward with the City of Beacon for this year, and then possibly even expanding out to the Town of Wappinger, joining in with us for the next year. So that's where we are with that right now. July 4th, we had the 125th reading of the Declaration. Senator Rob Rollison was our reader this year, it was great to have him. It was also noted that his father had read for us in the past, which was very nice sentiment for our senator. Owen Brown, a village resident, our little Boy Scout, unveiled his Eagle Scout project, the walkable village tour, which was really nice. And it was such a hot day, but it was nice that he had other Boy Scouts there with him and they were leading the tours. And I think people really enjoyed that. And he just did a wonderful, wonderful job on this project. So kudos to him. Great job by Owen. Also, we had several local gentlemen, Carmine Ispan, Eddie Bacher, and Lenny Wood from Glenham, built a replica of a cannon that actually worked. And they did bring it here to the event so that people could see it, and they described how they built it, and it was pretty interesting and like a nice thing to take pictures in front of, I guess. So that was interesting. Also, over the last few weeks, we've had several county calls regarding severe heat, cooling stations, and flooding. Thankfully, our area of the county made out, we fared pretty well with this last storm. Not everybody did. Over in, I believe, the eastern part of the county, they had a lot of power outages and problems. So, but we all met with the county and supervisors and mayors to support each other and to find solutions. On July 7th, I attended the supervisors and mayors meeting. This time it was in Dover. Basically, our discussion revolved around EMS again. That's always like the ongoing discussion. And also, I just wanted to mention that we had on the 10th of July, we had the second poetry night here in the village of Fishkill. This time there was a patriotic theme, again, in line with the 250th anniversary of the country. And the turnout literally doubled just in the second time. So there was over 40 people. It was very well attended, really a lot of local interest. People really enjoyed it. So we plan to bring that back in October. So that is about all I have.
Mayor, just to jump on Owens Brown's tour, I was able to join him for some of it. He had a good 15, 20 people following. They were very engaged, lots of questions, and he ran a good show.
Yeah, he is very mature for his age,
Yes.
and he did a wonderful job planning, executing, got up to the microphone, spoke to all of us, but also got up to the microphone on 4th of July and spoke to the crowd. We had quite a few people, so he's a very accomplished young man.
Yes, he
I
is.
think he's definitely going places.
Yep.
So we're happy that he lives here with us and that he created this great, walking tour, and people are going to be able to enjoy that for years to come. So thank
Wonderful.
you. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so that brings us to our organizational meeting, because it's July 20th, and here we go. So, okay, I'm just going to read this off. So, Mayor, Kathy Martin. Deputy Mayor, Nick Forlano. Village Attorney, Ian McDonald. Village Treasurer, Jennifer Brown. Village Clerk, Pam Ruyak. Village Justice, Michael Martin. Associate Village Justice, Carl Wolfson. Planning Board Chairman, Hans Klingsen. Official newspaper is the Poughkeepsie Journal. The official depository is NBT Bank. The IRS standard mileage rate will be used for the Village of Fishkill mileage allowance. It is currently 72.5 cents per mile. Village elected and appointed officials, along with employees with department head approval, to attend schools, conferences, seminars that are conducted for the benefit of the Village of Fishkill. Do I need a motion for that, Ian?
To,
Just accept?
I mean, you're elected, the people that are appointed, yeah, you should have a motion to.
Okay. So, okay, so then, can we make one motion? Okay, so I'll entertain one motion to accept the organizational meeting document.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. And then the committee assignments, I don't read those out normally. Yeah, I kept the committee assignments the same for, if anybody needs a copy of them, I can certainly, unless maybe you already have one. Do you already have one? But I can give you a copy, so, but they all stayed the same, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Send
Okay,
by email.
Yeah.
okay, great. So with that, we'll go into the departments. Ian, did you have anything for us this month?
I do have a couple of things.
Okay,
At the last meeting, I was asked, or it was brought up by your consultant, Michael Hoyt, to bill for water and sewer on multifamily structures per unit. And under your code, you can do that. The code provides a minimum charge based on users. So I would interpret that as with multifamily, that would be,
multiple
yeah,
users.
correct. So I think you could do it. I would do it by resolution or motion. My recommendation, though, would be to amend the code to make it clear that that is the case. I don't think you need to amend the code in order to do it, but I think it would be a good idea just to clarify. It does, under the code, it says users. There's a minimum charge per, or not per user, but for each user gets charged, and there's a minimum charge.
Okay,
And then I would just make it clear that that means for multifamily dwellings, mobile home parks, that means each individual unit
right,
is a user.
right. Okay, and, we've been talking about this for the last few months, so,
But you could do it now just by motion.
yeah, I would like to do that. So, I'll make a motion that we change, or update our water schedule to reflect, the multifamily properties as multi-users.
It's for the minimum charge would apply to each user, to each unit in a multifamily dwelling or a mobile home park. I assume what you're doing now is you charge the minimum charge for example, for an apartment complex, they get one.
That's correct, right, Paul? Yeah,
So this would be, the minimum charge would apply to each unit.
Right. And this is how it's done in municipalities around us.
It certainly makes sense.
Yes.
Otherwise, there's an argument that it's not fair to, single-family homeowners are paying the same rate that a 50-unit apartment complex.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So how much work does that add onto your docket?
That actually falls on Ginny, so, because
Ginny,
Ginny has to
okay.
just break down what users, I mean, I'll help her, but.
But the meters don't have to get upgraded
No,
for,
it'll be off the same meter, it'll just be divided, the usage will be divided.
Right.
Your house, you have a minimum use for your house. and
Sure.
so this will be divided.
yeah, I mean, I think that's the fair way to do it.
Does each tenant get a bill then, or how does it, yes?
yeah, if it's broken
Yeah.
down, it's gotta be.
I don't,
I don't think that you would have to break it down.
right, it's just because depending on the structure, if there's only one meter, the owner gets the bill.
Mm-hmm,
And, but it would be, the bill would be calculated based on the number of units, if I understand correct.
right,
So the
okay.
example that Michael gave, if there are 16 units, you take the minimum charge, you multiply it by 16, and that's what the minimum charge would be.
Right, but right now, we're only getting
One,
one,
correct.
and that's,
Makes sense.
yeah, I think it makes sense,
Being
definitely.
each building is being treated as
Like
one entity.
Right.
As opposed to many.
Right, where there could be 16 families living in,
Correct.
right, and so they're only getting charged for essentially one.
Yeah.
They get charged for the usage.
Right,
But again, under your code, you have a minimum charge.
Yes,
50-unit apartment complex gets charged one
right,
minimum
Yeah,
user fee. So,
yeah. I think his recommendation is correct. I think that,
and again,
Sorry,
you,
let me just,
yeah,
for my own, I'm a little confused, but I think I know the answer. So 16-unit apartment, landlord gets a bill for 16 units in one bill. Each individual unit does not get their own water bill.
no.
that's up to the owner of the property.
But wouldn't that owner then have to coordinate with Ginny
To
to
get,
separate those
So
bills?
some of them are separate already.
Right, but let's say the ones that aren't, that's being billed as one unit, even though it's, like, 16 apartments for conversation's
So I
sake.
would have to ask Jenny, but I think the way that it is now, like say like the building at Pizza and stuff has apartments in it, each of those units have their own meter and they're a separate account, so they actually already have a minimum usage on their account.
Sure.
But there's a lot of them, like I'll do Locust Grove as an example, up by Round Hill. So each of those have 1 meter per building, so that's a minimum usage for, that whole building.
Yeah.
But when there's like, there's probably eight units in each building, so that's where the biggest difference will make that. And some of them are already broken up to have minimum usage per, so this is gonna cover a lot on that bill.
Right.
Most will go, but some didn't.
So then it's on the landlord to decide whether to disperse those
Yeah,
separately.
a lot of them already do have their own meters,
Right.
That would have a minimum usage per account, but a lot of them don't.
How is Old Post set up?
Old post is per building, so
Per
1 meter
building.
per building, so there would be a minimum per one. But now, like you said, even those, same thing, it's probably 6 or so per building, maybe more.
I think more, yeah.
Yeah, probably more.
two other things. I had sent you a draft of a letter.
Mhm.
There was an issue with a complaint by a neighbor of the Jackson Crossing development. I prepared a response to that. It's up to the board whether or
Yeah,
not
that's
you
okay.
want me to send that out.
I need to review that and then we'll
And then the other, I sent another draft of a letter. I got a response regarding the bids for sludge hauling.
Yes,
That, if the board wants to discuss it, you should discuss it in executive session. I
okay.
just wanted to note that I sent that, and I'll wait till I hear from the board
Okay.
to send it out.
Do you want to go into executive session at the end or?
So my question regarding that is this something that we have time to review because the next meeting isn't for a month? Or is this something we need to speak on today because the contract starts within a month?
I mean, we're going with the board.
Right, but is it the new contract already? We're already on the new contract?
Yeah.
We are, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to do it.
You have as much time as you want. I mean, there's no time limit. I can't predict what this other attorney or the contractor is going to do in the interim, but
You could respond saying that the board has it, you will review, and
I could do
gives us more
that.
time, I guess. So, Mayor, I'm just thinking, do we want to take this home and read it?
Sure, that's fine with me. Yeah, no, like, it's not a pressing issue.
Right, okay.
So,
Okay,
we can,
so I'll let the
Paul,
attorney know
I
that.
mean, does this put you in a,
No, I'm good.
you're
no,
good?
because
Great.
we're already going with,
Great,
yeah.
okay, cool.
Correct.
Awesome, great.
But
Love it.
they could sue.
Right,
Correct. Certainly, anybody can sue.
Anybody could do anything
Right.
they want, right?
So, and I can't predict, but again, I don't want to get into too much detail without, it should be discussed in executive session, but the village is not doing anything wrong here. You're proceeding the way you should.
Yeah, and it's fair to just respond to them in kind, saying, we will review, and that's it, so it, yeah.
right.
Okay.
Right, and the other issue you mentioned was a letter from a neighbor of the construction down on the
Jackson
corner.
Crossing, yeah.
And I had asked Ian to take a look at it and see if there were any, village issues, if there was anything that we could do, if there was any way we could help. And I need to review your response. so.
Okay. Yeah, I
But
mean,
just so
it's,
the boards of-
it is really a issue between neighbors. It sounds like the village building inspector has been involved a little bit. And there were some promises, I guess, that were made, not promises made by the village, but promises made by the contractor. And the building inspector was trying to facilitate those being met. So to that extent, if the village feels there's an obligation to respond, but it's not, essentially not your problem, not something that the village has caused or that you would ordinarily get involved.
Okay. All right, so I will take a look at that. Is there anything else for Ian while he's up there?
Good. Thank
Okay,
you.
Thanks, Ian.
thank you. Under building. Oh, yeah, I did want to vote on that. I'm ready to vote on the, water issue. Are
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
ready?
yeah, of course.
Okay, so then, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'll entertain a motion that we change our water billing for multifamily units to multiple accounts?
To build a minimum charge based on units in multifamily dwellings or mobile home parks.
Okay. So to, reflect the minimum usage of multiple dwellings within,
So that multiple dwellings are billed, the minimum charge for multiple dwellings is by unit.
yes, okay. So the billing will be by unit, okay.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, building. I think there is a report in here. Let us take a look. Okay, here we go. Building. Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, so that's the building report. And we are up to fire. Brandon.
Report for June 2026, number of alarms for the month is 27, for the fiscal year we're at 27, and for the calendar year we're at 128. Alarms for the month consist of 2 motor vehicle accidents, 4 structure fires, 3 public assists, 2 canceled en route, 9 fire alarms, 3 gas leaks, and 4 standbys. Utility alarms were twice to Northern Island, once to Beacon, once to East Fishkill, 4 times to Roundabout, and once to Cold Spring. Those alarms consist of 4 structure fires, 2 canceled en route, 1 gas leak, 1 fire alarm, 1 standby. All the equipment's in service, drills are as posted, and we have other members.
Thank you, Brandon.
You did a great job at the 4th of July service. Flag looked amazing.
Yes, it did. Yes, it really did. Thank you for bringing that up. That was really great. Thank you guys so
Nice
much
work.
for doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, justice report is in your binder. Okay, and police, Glenn is not able to be here tonight, but he had his report in the folder as well. If you guys want to take a quick look at that. Okay. And then that brings us to water and sewer.
Repaired a damaged manhole ring out here on Main Street from 1111. It's a cracked ring causing the fluid to drop. So it's going to be easy to repair. We'll be able to have the removal concrete around it. Saw cut it and put new blacktop around that. We repaired a water leak on Route 52 by Clark Drive. We cut a section of pipe out and put 2 new repair plans on that. Had water service also for about 2.5 hours over there. And we did repair the road since then, new blacktops were put in. We did our quarterly water meter readings have been done. We repaired a fire hydrant over on Mountain Drive that had a damaged top section, so we were actually able to get a full replacement top section that's back in service. Cleaning service, both our chemical feeds at the water and sewer plant, both of those done. New tubes have been installed on pumps. We're still running that calcium nitrate for the summertime. It's been very successful with any orders.
Oh, that's great.
It's been working very well.
Good.
It's
Thank
actually
you.
good. We can get running about 50 gallons a week, which is a very low dose. So it's been working well.
That's great.
Yeah, that's been good. We got issue with the grit removal system. Ended up being a blown fuse, so we did have our electrician come down and back into that. It's back up and running. Good servicing there since then. So that's about what I got.
Okay. Thank you, Paul.
And the planters, it's like Jurassic Park.
They're like exploding.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, they look so great. You see how much they're...
I'm so happy with them. We need more. We're going to get more next year. This was a pilot program.
Beautiful.
Took 5 years, but it was a pilot program. And I am so happy. And we've gotten so many compliments. I'm just so happy. And we got them from Sunny Gardens, who does the, they're on Route 9D across from Montclair Apartments. They're wonderful. And
We're following his schedule to a T.
yes, and they know what they're doing.
Do you have a watering truck? Is that what
Yeah,
you
he's
do?
great. It's great. You need it. You need it.
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
We did, yeah. So I'm so happy the way that turned out. Thank you so much. And yeah, I want to do some more next year.
Yeah, but everything, Paulie, the streets are just better. They're smoother. Everything, you guys
Yeah.
are maintaining so well. So thank you.
And keeping the odor
Yeah.
down. That's making some people very happy.
Last year was tough.
Yeah. Yep.
In a good spot now, so
100 times better.
it's better.
Thank you so much. All right, clerk treasurer, we got nothing in there. It's okay. And then we come to ambulance,
All
our
right.
favorite topic.
Yes, as if we haven't spoken about it twice already. So Empress's EMS activity report for June of '26. During the month, Empress received 32 dispatches within the village. Of those, crews responded to 29 calls, resulting in 20 patient transports to area hospitals. The remaining 3 dispatches were canceled while units were en route, so they did not require completed EMS response or transports. Overall, the report shows a high response rate, with most dispatch calls receiving a response and the majority of those requiring transport. We'll continue monitoring to ensure the highest level of service for the village.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And it's been so helpful. You have a great relationship with them, and
Yeah.
just getting the data for us, every month has been so helpful. So thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, it's coming along. We are,
Yeah.
I think the vendor will stay the same, the way things are going.
So too.
But, if our cost goes down, that'll be good.
Doesn't hurt.
So, okay. So, and then planning and zoning. I almost skipped you, Hans. I'm sorry. I usually skip Glenn.
First off, thank you for my reappointment. The Church Street project is finally signed and everything, and as you can see that they're going ahead and building it. That was a project that started probably 2 years ago. Had to go through a rezoning, and then there was a problem developed with the planning board. We had issues, problems, and they was resolved. And then finally, the property was in a floodplain, and it had to be go through FEMA to get to get the maps straightened out so it wouldn't be in the floodplain. So that was finally done. Then once everything was done, I signed the plans, and as you can see, that they're up and running. Excuse me. On June 2nd, I attended a classes up at the Millbrook, planning and zoning and public meeting and hearings. At that meeting, or at that class, the speakers were Paula Gilbert and Lindsley Drew, of the local government specialist of New York State Department of State. And either Paula or Lindsay, I forgot who brought it up, in discussion that there is going around, and it's starting to come our way, as the falsification of bills sent out to people not knowing what is going on. And it's gotten to the point where the FBI now is involved and has a task force looking into it. What the bad guys are doing is taking documents that are so real that it's unbelievable, and they're building these people and not knowing, the people not knowing what's going on is sort of paying. And instead of going to your local village or town hall to pay your bill, these people are asking you to call in and give a credit card number or other forms of payment. What they were saying is that all municipalities should be advised of what's going on. It's a serious thing. They stated that one of their local people asked them, it says, is this for real? And they looked at it, and the bill was so real, it was unbelievable. Even the signatures were perfect copies of whoever would be signing the bills. And so they suggested that the village, I'm saying the village, put it on out there that said, don't fall for this side of a thing. If you get a bill, come to the village office. Do not, under any circumstances, pay over the phone, send a credit card information or anything else like that. They want the municipalities to know what is going on. It's a very serious thing. And it started in Western New York, where, the small municipalities, the government isn't all that small and things like that there, and it's working its way all the way up to Albany. And they just wanted to let everybody know what's going on.
Thank you.
So if you could put it on our
Website. Yeah,
yeah.
in that vein, about a year ago, we offered here in the Village Hall a workshop for senior citizens. The town of Fishkill and Village of Fishkill Police combined and did an informational session for seniors about scams. And I recently had a meeting with Brittany Cataldo, the manager of M&T Bank, and we talked about this fall bringing back that seminar, but only having the police do a portion of it. And then Brittany is going to come do a portion from the financial institutions, direction and what you can do to protect yourself. So we'll be bringing that here to the Village Hall this fall. So stay tuned for that. I think there's a lot of, unfortunately, these scams are getting more and more sophisticated. And I think we all know people that have fallen victim to them, and they're just growing in number. So anything we can do to try to inform people against that.
It's got to be a real problem if the FBI is looking into it and setting up a task force to investigate.
Yeah.
Another thing is, I just found out that the state of New York is going to be redoing the traffic lights at Jackson in Maine. I don't know if anybody knows anything about that. It has no...
Well, where did you get this information?
The builder stated that the next part of the project would be that the state was coming in and
The
redoing-
developer of this
Yeah,
project?
that's right.
Oh.
And he's not involved in it. The state decided that they're going to redo that intersection. I don't know how they're going to redo it, or they're going to redo it, but it stated that the new type of traffic lights or something like that would be installed. And when it's going to happen, I haven't got the faintest idea. But again, when the state decides they're going to do something, they're going to do it.
Well, I don't know that we have confirmation. This sounds like hearsay.
Yeah, well, and does anybody know, is Central Hudson finally done tearing up?
No, they're not.
Do?
I drove through the other night, and they're still working.
So, that's all I have.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Hans.
Thank you.
All right. Now, with that, our first item here on the agenda will be Pastor Krista Jameson from the Fishkill Church of the Nazarene. Welcome, Krista.
Thank you. I have some handouts, if you bear with me for just 1 second.
Sure.
I'll explain what these are in just a minute. But
Okay.
I'm a visual
Thank
person,
you.
so I'm having visuals.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
I have extras if anybody wants them. I wasn't sure how many would be. Good evening, and thank you for affording me a couple brief minutes to introduce to you a service that will be introduced to the area this fall. First, for those who don't know me, thank you for the introduction. I'm Krista Jameson, the lead pastor of the Fishkill Church of the Nazarene. I just celebrated my first anniversary as their pastor and being a Fishkill resident just this past week. I've fallen in love with the church, the village, the community, and am thrilled to be able to serve here. About 20 years ago, I was a stay-at-home and homeschooling mother living in a middle-class neighborhood in Raleigh, North Carolina. What many didn't know is that I had also been a victim of domestic abuse for many years. When I finally found the courage to stand up for the safety of me and my daughters, I was faced with an even bigger challenge: how to afford legal counsel to make that a reality. Thankfully, my parents were able to and willing to help me out, and about $60,000 later, the divorce was finalized and I was awarded primary custody. Without the financial support of my parents, our reality would likely have been very different. That's why when an organization like Administer Justice came to my attention, I had to be a part of it. Administer Justice is an organization founded by Bruce Strom, a Christian attorney practicing in the Chicago area who saw the need and acted. The reality is that 1 in 3 Americans cannot afford legal counsel for anything. Not just a divorce, but for landlord-tenant issues, debt and collections, estate planning, wills and trusts, criminal records, and especially these days, immigration law. In fact, Administer Justice just partnered with an organization called Immigration Connection in order to be able to stay up to date on the immigration laws that seem to be changing almost daily. Clients are invited to make an appointment through an online portal where everything is secure and confidential, where they describe their situation. The Gospel Justice Center will be operated out of our facility on the second Saturday of each month from 9 to noon starting in October. The client will come in, meet with a volunteer attorney to seek legal advice and help them develop a next steps plan to enable them to move forward. They will be contacted by a follow-up specialist about 30 days later to see if their issue had been resolved. If not, they will be offered a follow-up visit at no additional cost. All of that for a one-time fee of $30. There are several volunteer roles needed in order to make this possible, and my congregants are eagerly waiting to fill most of those roles, but we are still in need of an attorney to volunteer their time to provide this service. It doesn't matter what area of law they practice because there is an entire network of attorneys in the organization that will be available to each other for collaboration. They only need to have passed the bar. You've been given a packet of information. My card is for your use in case you have any questions or would like to contact me for any reason. The first page is an information flyer that you will likely see plastered all over socials and anywhere we can very soon to get the word out, but the next part of the packet is recruiting material specifically for attorneys. I'm asking you, if you're able, to spread the word to any attorneys you may know who may be willing to serve with us. Their malpractice insurance is covered by administered justice. That's usually the first question. And the second most popular question is they are not asked to offer any court representation. It's simply that one-time appointment to come in and help them make a plan. We're very excited about being the first Gospel Justice Center to open in the entire state of New York, but hopefully we won't be the last. Thank you for your time and consideration. And if you have any questions, I'll stick around and be here after. All right?
Thank you so much, Pastor. This is wonderful. And we're happy to advertise this for you as well. Like, we have our bulletin boards, our social media. I'm sure we can put some flyers up for you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thanks for being here. All right, and next is Mike Hayden and the White House 75th anniversary.
Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Hayden, owner of the White House.
Hello.
My daughter, Mattia Hayden, and my number one helper. Also, I'd like to say that the planters look amazing.
Thank you.
Right from day
Thank you.
one, and they really help out the streets.
Yeah, they look good.
So this is the third annual street fair that we're doing. We're tying in 75 years of the White House business. And I've heard all the jokes. No, I wasn't bartending back then. And I know I look good for my age. So the date is Sunday, August 23rd from 2 to 6. As this states, we need approval for North Street closure, which we've had in the past, on both sides. We were looking at, one, to, get the vendors set up from 1 to 2, and then maybe 6:37 to let everybody, kind of collect their stuff afterwards. And
Also usually done it on Saturdays, but I feel like Sundays are a little quieter, so
Yeah.
I feel like to get people out of that one way makes more sense.
Okay.
on Saturday, but I don't know, it's a little quieter that, 11's not open.
So are you going to do it Saturday or Sunday? It's Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay, so this is when,
That's just kind of a mock-up.
oh, gotcha, okay. So we're going to, yeah, okay, so. And when is your actual 75th anniversary? Like what month?
Well, I could not find out the original day that the bar opened, but this is the year.
What do you mean?
Okay.
1951. So we're kind of just
It's okay.
celebrating it. This is our main kickoff for it. So we're going to do live music like we did in the past. Vendors, games, it's been pretty good. We're trying to build it a little bit. And this year we have a better reason to get people out.
Yeah, it's been pretty successful. I mean, it's small, but
It's
kind of nice because it's like a very intimate version of
Right,
rock
right.
kind of, and it's nice. I don't know, it's just a little bit more relaxed.
So it'll be basically in the back parking lot. We got games going on out there, and there's going to be various vendors, which we don't know exactly all the vendors yet, but we will.
What you need from us is approval to close the street, and then what about the police officer?
Last year there was 1 or 2, I think. So I guess I don't know. We can talk to Glenn and see what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was 2 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
What did they get as barricades last year? Didn't Glenn bring something in barricade-wise to make it easier?
It was kind of just I don't know,
Like a big sawhorse plastic kind of?
They're like
was
the
a
plastic or wood.
It was like the accordion one.
Yeah, something
Remember
like
the
that.
metal, just the accordions and set it up.
So we need to get him to bring that again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think on each end,
Yeah.
once you get
Yeah.
it there, then you won't have any cars.
Right.
You won't have any issues.
Yeah, we talked to Nazi already for the Conda because they share the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny Sable I have to talk to too because it affects them a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, I do know, I recall Glenn saying Sundays are typically a little bit tougher staffing-wise for him.
Yes, that is true.
Historically, that's why we don't do Sunday events or try not to for even the village. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure before we go ahead and say, it is great, but
Yeah.
I don't want to step on Glenn's toes either.
Right.
with
Yeah,
that.
when I didn't see him, I was like,
Yeah,
'cause
he was
usually
unable
we
to
run you
attend.
run everything by him, and I understand, so.
Like we did Sundays is just because sometimes doing a Saturday day event for us.
Right.
Saturdays.
Yeah, our problem is with the police officers, we don't always have as many
Bodies.
on a Sunday. So that we would definitely have to check with Glenn. But, I mean, we've done this in the past couple of years. It hasn't been a problem. But I think maybe we should have him weigh in on the Sunday versus,
The Saturday.
yeah.
Okay.
Because these were Saturdays and he had no problem, but
Right.
Sundays, I know, we ourselves have tried to throw ideas for Sunday events and
Like when we tried to do the rain day too for the,
I mean, the police officer thing is probably not really required, just the closing of the street.
That was a request from.
well,
The-
I think
The
because
village
it's a
wanted.
gathering, I think it is required.
Yeah, he's gonna wanna have an
Yeah.
extra officer on premise.
He's gonna want that.
Yeah.
The Saturdays have been, the last 2 times we did it, were a little overwhelming for us, kind of going into the evening because it's already our busiest night, so it kind of was, we were spreading ourselves a little thin by doing the Saturday day event into a regular busy Saturday.
So you prefer Sunday, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely prefer it.
Okay.
If possible, that'd be-
Well, we'll have to check with him, because I don't know about staffing, that's the only problem.
No, I understand.
3 months in advance, so there's a
Yeah.
good chance that he
No,
can make it
no,
work.
no, it's not.
It's like a month.
I'm sorry.
It's
This is-
August 23rd.
Oh, did I not read October?
So the flyer says October.
Flyer. The
It's
flyer
not-
was like
Well, October
Why didn't
4th
you make a
falls
new
on a
flyer?
Sunday, so I thought the date was right.
The only other
I didn't
issue,
want to make a new flyer until I was confirmed, but that's kind of the old
our next
flyer.
meeting is
Yeah.
August 17th,
Correct.
which,
So
That's
can
kind
you,
of short for them.
well, for
So-
the, yeah, I mean, for
Right.
that.
We're a month away, yeah, we have music booked, so
But, yeah, no, I'm
to
just
change it.
pointing out the
would change
logistics.
it.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a short window.
But didn't we already discuss the date? Didn't you discuss it a few months ago? I thought you
I
said.
mean, we did, but we gotta do this, so.
Okay.
That's-
That's the, I thought this was one of the.
yeah, so why don't we,
We have to waive the open contain, you want drinking on the street?
Just
Yeah.
that street,
Yeah.
yeah, so an open
Have to waive
container
open
just for
container too,
North
right?
Street area.
Yes.
Which I think is why,
Yeah, we're gonna need Glenn for all of that. I think, maybe you should reach out and talk to him before the next meeting, and, then we could vote at the next meeting, but it's, right before the event, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
when is the next
I have
meeting?
his number.
When is,
I can shoot him. a
But I would
text.
reach out to him and
I
just,
want to say it's that Monday?
so the Monday prior.
yeah,
So
it's the 17th.
what I'll do is I'll reach out to him, obviously he must be busy today, so I'll
I
wait.
think, he was out of town, so.
Yeah, so I'll wait a day or two.
Yeah, and then, because the
Shoot him a text, Take a
17th,
picture of this and.
it's it's like a week before the event. So it's cutting it a little bit close, but there's enough time,
Yeah,
there
we
is
just
enough
need
time.
to know for vendors and music.
Right,
Advertising on their
Right.
end too. I don't know if there's a way for us to, I mean, those are the two main things, the waiving the open container and making sure they have.
We can waive it at the next meeting, right? There's no minimum as far as you have to have.
what about for insurance? How soon do you have to have it?
Right? There's no, like, you have to do it a month prior, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
we have
just
time
let,
to-
I mean, I think that's the best we can do at this point.
Mike, reach out to Glenn this week.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I'll do.
And, we can open container at the next meeting, no problem.
right,
Yeah, once we get his okay, it's okay.
right,
Yes.
exactly. I think we're fine with it, it's just
Yeah.
a matter of,
If those two provisions,
exactly,
And then as long as.
Exactly.
well, contingent on those two things.
right.
So
They
we
may
can still
want-
advertise it even though it's not officially.
We need to just have him send us an email or something saying
Yeah,
that he
if-
confirmed everything.
Right.
Just so we're aware, and that's it, and then.
And then you could go ahead and advertise,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
You may want, again, it's not a barrier, no pun intended, is just because of the block party, he may ask for something a little more substantial than I call it the accordion, right? So
Yeah.
by that, I don't mean concrete, but sometimes they'll have the plastic ones with the water, but I just know he's been concerned of late, you just don't want a car.
Just
right?
because
That
of,
would be the only other thing he could possibly bring up, but it's,
Okay.
at the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
up to
Yeah.
Glenn.
just for safety purposes.
Yeah, and I think, thankfully because it's a one-way, it's pretty obvious once you're coming that way.
Yeah.
Not just in today's world.
Yes.
Oh, no.
There's been things, so we,
He may want to get the trucks again.
that worked very well.
Block party.
You could
We-
put a
yeah.
car there, you know.
That's what we did for the block party. We took 2 huge highway trucks, and that worked really well, I thought. You know, because you just don't want anybody,
Yeah, as long as somebody can operate and
Yeah,
pull
of
them up.
course, of course.
you'll never
Call him
have an
tomorrow, Mike. Call
yeah,
him tomorrow.
issue. Yeah, okay.
and then you'll, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you
All
very
right, well,
much.
thank you, and we would like to celebrate your 75th birthday with, a proclamation. That's why I was asking you, like, what month, so.
Yeah, I think, well, I could try to look back at some history.
Well, we don't have to be exact, but.
Yeah, that's the way,
Calling in August, we're gonna celebrate.
Okay,
that's the way we looked at it. We were
Okay.
like, do we really need an exact day? We're just gonna
No.
pick a time and a day, and
well, congratulations to you.
thank you.
Yes.
75.
All right. Thank you. Okay, let's see. That was Mike, and then, the sludge, that was back to the cupola, the sludge hauling.
Discuss that next.
All right, we're not, yeah, we're going to table that till next time. The next item on the agenda is the Gibbons Lane water and sewer hookup. If you remember, this was a empty parcel on Gibbons Lane. That parcel itself is actually in the town, but it's owned by Scott Bierce, and he had wanted to hook into our water and sewer. Dave Morrison had presented that to us a couple of years ago. We were fine with it, but then he just wanted something more definitive in the minutes, is that?
Yeah, he never got anything in writing, so.
Okay,
The same thing that he said, he's already talked about it in Peru, but he never got to
right,
trying to do something he doesn't have.
okay. So then, I'll entertain a motion to allow for water and sewer hookup. And, do you have the grid number?
Yeah, it's, that's the parcel number.
Okay, for the parcel known as 745080 on Gibbons Lane in the town of Fishkill.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. And then the last item on the agenda was the Conservation Committee?
Yes, we all have a letter here. Esther cannot make it.
Oh, okay.
She's sent me the information. It's all explained here in this letter. I think there was 3 emails that were sent to us. They did have the incorrect email address. I don't know, Pam, if you received the other 2. There was 3, I think, 3 local residents are interested in participating in a Conservation Advisory Council and Climate Smart Task Force. It is through the county Department of Planning and Development, and the name of the party who Esther has been dealing with is Danielle White, and from the county, and they ask that we approve them meeting on behalf of climate control initiatives for the village. It's only an informational session that they're looking to host at the library in September 1st.
Is this a trustee vote? Isn't it just a library vote? They
That's what
decide.
The library
Well,
decides.
this is what she says.
Oh, she's requesting our support.
She's requesting our support. She was instructed by Devin up at the county, in order to maintain relationships with municipalities, in order to form a climate advisory council, and to take a pledge, the municipality's own local council must approve it. At the county level, we are not trying to overstep anything, so they just want us to be in the loop about what they're meeting on. And it would also allow us to be part of some grant opportunities as well.
So they want to form a local climate
A
smart.
chapter climate.
Because the county is through the planning department, they're going out and holding the informational sessions, and either Devin or Danielle, works for Devin, would come out and do a presentation. But what Esther, because I brought this up to Devin, and he's like, we're not making any presentations. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay.
And I didn't have all the information, right? So this letter makes it a little clearer. So, but they want to, because right now the county is doing it, and they have the people that are going out and they're forming task force. So what I think Esther is asking, right, correct me, because I think you spoke to her, but her and other people want to form a local, want to be part of this. Is that what they're asking?
Saying municipalities can start their own conservation advisory committees to be more competitive for grants.
Right, so it'd be a, Beacon has one, right? So I think that's
Yeah,
what
a
she's
CAC, right? Yeah, I mean,
So she's
yeah.
asking us to form at a local level, the CAC,
Right,
for the village.
yes.
And then it would be like any other board where you would appoint members. I'm saying you, but the village. I'm looking at the mayor, but it would be,
She's saying that this is strictly informational. It's not to actually initiate a committee at this time. The county is not seeking to run a public information program without trustees saying it is okay.
I mean, I certainly support us having a CAC. It looks like she's looking for our support.
For the meeting.
Right. I think
Informational
she's
meeting.
asking
So-
as a private
Right.
person, she's requesting this from the county.
So Danny White has been doing these educational sessions around the county this summer. We got feedback from many municipalities earlier this year that have been struggling with volunteer recruitment for these groups. So the planning department is trying to help them with that. I know Fishkill is unique because they don't have an established group, but we've heard from several residents that they were interested in learning more about, CACs. We wanted to get feedback from the town or village before coming. So coming in, right, the county doesn't like to just
Right.
local without their consent. So we reached out, it said reached out to the mayor, but I don't know if they reached, could be Ozzy, right? So he was, in
Yeah,
fairness, he
it
was on
wasn't me.
vacation typing this. He said he would check with Danielle. Fishkill was supposed to be tentative until we got permission from the village.
Oh.
So sounds like, almost like, could be a little bit of telephone tag too, right? In fairness.
But it seems like she may have contacted the county with her interest, asking.
It could have, in fairness, right? She could have
Yes,
reached
she's
out,
been
which
in
it sounds like.
communication
Yeah.
with Danny White.
Right.
Just certainly,
And I think that's great. So, I mean, I'm certainly not opposed to,
Yeah, and currently, there's meetings that are held in Stamford, Hyde Park, Pine Plains, Amenia, Town of Poughkeepsie, and East Fishkill, and they all meet at the local libraries. That seems to be the meeting spots for all these meetings.
which would make sense.
Yeah, those communities I just mentioned, those are actually Dutchess County information sessions that they're providing. And
so that may be what's coming, this informational meeting.
yes,
That's what it
she
sounds
says
like.
it's not to form a
Yeah.
committee or anything at this time, strictly informational to
Yeah.
get it out there.
I mean, I think it's a good idea.
I don't have a letter here from her.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just trying to figure out, so the library is its own entity, so if they want to meet there, that's up to them, but it sounds like either the trustees or Julie just wants to know that the village is supportive.
She was directed by Julie to make sure that we were all aware.
I'm just trying to figure
Yep.
out what,
Yeah,
The timeline, yeah.
but
I don't have
I think it's a positive thing. So I'm in favor of the meeting or,
I have no
Yeah.
objection.
I have no objection.
okay. So, we have no objection. Good luck. I hope it works out. It sounds like a good thing, and I know they do have these in a lot of other municipalities. So, more information is better. So if they can bring back some stuff to the village that we can, disseminate out to our public, we are all
And
in for it.
Devin and his team are very good. I mean.
Good,
he
yeah.
knows his stuff, so that's.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. So, yes, we support this idea, and anything we can do to help, please let us know. Does anybody have anything else tonight? Anybody?
Not, do you have anything?
constituent emails. I think we just touched upon the two that we had. One was from Esther Jackson, the other was from a resident regarding the Jackson Crossing
Yes.
project that we are all aware of. I will say, because I do live there, I do wish there was some better forms of dust control. I did think that they were obligated somehow to provide some sort of dust control when it comes to construction, with spraying water or something down to at least tamper down some of the dry dirt. I don't believe any of that's happening. It can be, I myself had had damage to my trees. I've personally had them taken care of by their trucks and stuff. We have been working with Joel to ensure that they are following traffic laws, which they were not, and hopefully we have some resolutions to those issues that have been ongoing as far as construction vehicles on village roads, et cetera, that they should not have been on, which caused damage to my trees, et cetera,
Right.
as well. So just wanted to say I do wish they would use some sort of dust control measures, which I do not believe they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can let Joel's the village
Yes.
inspector for village, I know.
And the town, yes, correct.
Let him know, because that's something that they are supposed to do.
Correct. They are supposed to do that. They should be sprinkling water down on top of their soil before they're moving, when they're done moving the earth. And
So you let Joel know, because that could be a potential violation.
Okay. I'll reach out to him as well.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then see if something can be done about that. Because it has been very dry. I mean, we did get rain
It has been very, I know, but
recently,
still,
but prior to that, it was extremely dry.
it's very dry, and it definitely could use some attention. And then the only thing, I was just curious about filming updates, because every now and then we see it pop up on social media. There's filming going on here and there. Who's in charge of knowing when?
Well, they take out permits with,
Okay, do we have
us.
anything else coming or nothing?
Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
And this last one, they were last minute. We need at least 15 days notice, and they gave me a week, and I had to go, because Joel has to be involved in that too. So, but we worked it out with them, and actually they were wonderful people. They did everything that we asked, and everything was fine.
Great.
So,
yeah.
we had no problems with them.
I believe they're going to be in the area for another 5 weeks or so. They're filming, and not in the village, but in other locations around the area. Yeah, usually we do have more lead time of a couple weeks, but their first step is to make contact with the village clerk.
But I have to say, they were wonderful people to work with.
Oh, good.
They provided every single thing that
What
we
are they,
asked for.
what are they filming, a movie?
It was
Out of the Woods, I think?
Yeah, a God of the Woods. It was a fantastic book, and seriously, part of it really happened here. In when I was a kid in Dutchess County, there was someone in one of the prisons that there's a story within the story that was actually true. So it's a really interesting. It was a good book. It was God of the Woods. The author was Liz Moore. She was a very good book. So
They had filmed it where? Fishkill Prime, I think.
yes. So the village of Fishkill will be in the movie. But yeah. Okay. Anything else? Everybody good? Motion to adjourn?
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Next meeting is August 17th. Thank you, everyone.